What's up guys, it's Gothiccornila, and today we are continuing on our Asagao Academy journey, so let's do it. For a brief second, his eyes shot wide, and then he grinned. I don't think you have to worry about the tournament either.
What?
What? Why not? This is a fake.
What?
What? And a really obvious one too. For one, Princess Pumpernickel is a deep plum color, the color of royalty, not this delicious-looking brown shade. Also, her crown is gold, not silver. But... Waleed. But here's the thing, you made a deal for the real bona fide Princess Pumpernickel, didn't you?
See what I mean?
You don't have to keep up your end of the deal. Waleed didn't keep up his. You think so?
Huh.
More than just think so. I'll make sure of it. Waleed. Gerard, my hand in his, shoved open the cafeteria doors and bellowed out into the busy room.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Waleed's eyes slid from Gerard to me, and the realization dawned across his face. Oh. Come with us. The cafeteria was still and silent as Waleed scooted his chair out from the hidden block table and crossed to us. Jared opened the door for him, and we stepped out into campus. I think you know why we're here. Yes, I think I do. I just wanted to let you know, since your pumpernickel figure was a fake, Hana is not obligated to follow her side of the deal. Can't believe you'd do something like this.
What?
Fake? It's not fake.
Yeah, whatever.
Of course it was a fake. Princess Pumpernickel is supposed to be purple. What? But... You should just come clean. I already know, so what's the point of pretending you didn't do it now? But... I really thought... Waleed dusted the ground with his shoe. Gerard sighed.
Hey, Hana.
Hana, I'm going to leave this up to you. You were the one who victimized, so it's up to you how you want to deal with it. We can tell the others, or we can ask the Waleed to leave the tournament, or, well, how do you want to do this? I'm just going to forgive him. You do, Hana?
What?
Yeah, you do. I'm taking a page from your book, Gerard. There's no need to be meaner to anybody than we have to be.
I'm not so sure.
I guess, but...
Alright.
Thank you, Hana. Thank you so much. I guess we'll see you in the tournament tomorrow, then. I guess so. Thanks for hearing me out, you guys. It's no problem. It was only right. Waleed stared from me to Gerard. A small wind blew, stirring up leaves from the ground. Honestly, I hope you guys win. You deserve it. And then he was gone. Finally, the day of the tournament dawned. The day that was so important, we were willing to throw away almost everything for it. So important that we sacrificed parts of ourselves just for the chance to succeed. I shook the thoughts out of my head. Why was I being so dramatic this morning? It was just a single event. Sure, it decided whether I joined the Normal Boots Club or not. With a sigh, I pulled on my uniform. Honestly, I was glad that it was almost over. I stepped out into the fresh spring air, taking a deep breath. My event was one of the first, so I had to be there earlier than most. I set my shoulders and started across campus. The arcade at which the tournament was being held was much smaller than I expected. I felt like some kind of convention, but instead it was a small arcade filled with machines. Smaller rooms split off, which were probably the individual competitions that would take place through the day. A few people milled around the space, generally older folk in their 20s and 30s. I glanced at the agenda in my hand and made my way to one of the back rooms. When I entered the competition room, I found 2 chairs on an elevated platform, a computer and a projector sitting between them. Ian sat in one of the chairs, looking bored out of his mind. Ian!
Hey.
It's about time you showed up. I was starting to get worried you died. Aw, it's sweet of you to be concerned. Is it? Yeah. I got into the chair next to him. A man came over to me to check my name and club affiliation. I said I was a member of the Normal Boots Club, a small surge of pride making me sit up straight as I did. There were chairs lined up for people to watch us compete, and to my surprise, the entire room soon filled. I searched the crowd to find the guys. There they were. They came to support me. All of them. I smiled, excitement flooding through me, and then it was struck with terror. There was nothing about the threat of failing in front of all the people you cared about. As I stared worriedly into the crowd, a blur of movement caught my eye. Waleed was sitting with the rest of the Hidden Block Club, looking distinctly uncomfortable. I lifted a hand and waved to him. He returned it half-heartedly. We sat together, neither of us taking any form of small talk until finally the lights dimmed around and the projector started to cut up, the main menu of Dumbadoom's Revenge on the screen. It was time to start. As the MC began his introduction and officially explained the rules of the game, Ian turned to me, a smirk on his face. Sure you're ready for this?
Yeah.
You bet I am. Ready to go? The man turned to us. Ian and I nodded. Then, 3, 2, 1, start! The game began. I immediately clicked to fill my screen with 2 more lines of blocks. Ian began working with what he had. I scanned the blocks for the pink hearts, eliminating them one by one, making combos where I could. I still wasn't advanced enough to plan tons of combos ahead of time, but I could make it much more likely for combos to happen through probability. The pinks were all but gone. The green leaves were next. Dumbadoom started flipping at the top of the screen. Ian must be comboing, which meant I had a few seconds before the blocks would fall. I set up a combo on top of the screen and started eliminating the orange blocks below it. Then it happened. A 6 combo jumped out at me from the screen. My eyes crossed as I stared at it in shock. I just had to move the top block over one space. Then as quickly as I saw it, it vanished. The blocks are normal again. You're dead. Ian's blocks fell upon my humble kingdom and I slid the combo into place. 3, 2, 4 combo, 5 combo, 6 combo, 7 combo, 8 combo! Ian's attack converted into blocks and hovered above mine. I set several more combos and waited for them to fall. 10 combo, legendary! Dumbadoom fired out rainbows over Ian's zone and then blocks. So many blocks. They didn't come in a chunk, they came in a torrential downpour, all over Ian's side, sliding from left to right and back again. Ian blinked, his hands and eyes moving frantically over the screen. I wasn't sure he'd ever seen something like that before. I sure hadn't. I continued to combo while this was happening, but at this point there was no need. Ian's screen filled up. He kept trying to make combos until the very end, but game over. That was it. I won. I stared dumbfounded at the screen in front of me, Ian's mouth hanging open. The room was silent. Then, yeah, Hana! I knew you could do it. I glanced up to see the room applauding, all of it, even the hidden block club. The announcer was gaping at the screen. I've never seen a score that high. Certain I was red as a tomato, I stood to climb off down the platform. Not so fast. Ian stepped in front of me, grim as always. I braced myself for his infamous sarcasm. To my surprise, he laughed. That was a hell of a game, Hana. That's exactly what I wanted from you. He held a hand in the air and I looked at it in confusion. Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Oh! I high-fived him and he clapped my hand as his. Thanks, Hana. That was fun. Then he disappeared into the passing crowd.
Hana!
Hana! What? Hands grabbed my waist and suddenly I was lifted in the air, spinning around the room. Gerard! Gerard let go and I collapsed into the warmest bear hug I've ever got.
Oh, baby.
Sorry, that was great. You did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Who's the best?
I knew you could do it. You were worried, but I knew from the very beginning if you put your mind to it, you would succeed. You're just amazing, Hana.
Right.
Gerard. Oh, but my event's up next. Will you come with me?
Yeah.
Of course I will. Gerard and I stepped into the main arcade room searching for his event spot. We were lucky your event was the first one.
Really?
Really? Why?
Ah,
I wouldn't have been able to see your event if it was any later. Gerard and I stepped into a rather small, almost closet-like room. 2 separate TVs were hooked up to old Nintendo 64 boxes. Jeff sat in a chair in front of one TV set, watching the game's intro sequence, something about backpacked birds playing repeat. Aside from those chairs, there was little room to sit or even stand to watch them. That's not surprising. Jeff and I will probably be here for a few hours. Our event is will be the last to finish up.
What?
A few hours?
Chump?
Well, more like several. At least 6.
6?
Hey.
Hey, dude, ready to get the show on the road? Just about. Good, because I'm not going to go easy on you.
Right.
I'm not going to go easy on you either. You're not planning to watch the whole thing, are you?
Yeah.
Of course, I want to watch you play and support you.
Really?
Are you sure? It's going to be a long event. I don't want you to get bored.
I'm sure it won't be that bad.
Gerard and Jeff took their seats. In a few minutes, with almost no ceremony, the MC counted down and the event started. At first, it wasn't that bad. I was on the edge of my seat watching Gerard take the lead on the first level. Jeff exploited a glitch that allowed him to skip to the second level first, so he was in the lead. Then Gerard did a different glitch that allowed him to jump to the 4th level without collecting things in the 3rd. I marveled at each new jump glitch and show of skill, from the precise timing to the multitude of level restarts and the other glitches they had just exploited to make it possible. Slowly, the day wore on. Occasionally, other members of the club would pop their heads in to see how things were going. Still happening? Still going. After a while, Jeff and Gerard just started narrating their moves as if they were giving some kind of performance. My eyes slowly drooped. They couldn't be going on for much longer, after all. Huh? What happened? Is it over? Not over. We're at the halfway break. Halfway break? I told you didn't have to watch. No, I have to. At this point, this is war. If you say so, but while you're doing battle, have this. He put a small water bottle and a wrap sandwich into my hands.
This is...
Lunch. Don't forget to take care of yourself. And then he was back into the game.
Boom, baby.
Just the way he says that makes me giggle. Heck yeah, I did it! I jolted to alertness. Gerard stood with his arms raised to the sky, Jeff sitting at disbelief in his side.
What?
I've never seen that exploit before. How did... Found it myself. You discovered a new exploit? Hey, I had to give you a run for your money somehow.
Gerard, you did it.
I ran to Gerard, but the MC glared at us. Would you please move to the next room? We have a tournament results to announce.
Already?
We were the last event to finish up. Come on, let's go. Just before we left the room, Gerard glanced back at Jeff.
Hey.
Oh man, aren't you coming? Together, Jeff, Gerard, and I met with the others in the main room. Man, that took you forever. Could you be any worse?
Yeah, whatever.
Don't give me that, Shane. Finally, the MC climbed on stage. It was time to learn who won. And the winner of the 2015 Southwest tournament is... the Normal Boots Club.
Yes.
I screamed and clapped, and we swarmed on stage. Poor MC didn't know what hit him. As we celebrated on stage, Paul grabbed the microphone.
All right.
I would like to take this moment to thank our fans, our families, but most of all, the newest member of the Normal Boots Club, as decided unanimously by all of us, Hannah Mizuno.
Unanimously?
Yeah.
By all of us. Hands pushed me to the front of the stage. Something soft dripped over my shoulders. Here you go. You deserve it. My own Normal Boots jacket.
I did it.
You did. When the celebrations were over and we were all off stage, Gerard took my hand in his. Hannah, I know I haven't been around much recently, and I think I was causing you a lot of stress because of this.
Just between us.
But I have something to show you. Will you come with me?
Of course.
Gerard led me to Primrose's house, where he stopped in front of my own dorm room.
Gerard, why are we at my dorm?
Because, like I said, there's something I want to show you. He turned to my door, about to open it, and he whirled back to me. But first, close your eyes. It's a surprise. Obediently, I closed my eyes. I felt a brief rush of air as I assumed Gerard waved his hand in front of my face, making absolutely sure I wasn't peeking. Gerard gently took my hands and led me into the room.
Can I open them?
No.
No, not yet. He dropped my hands. Wait here. There was a faint rustling as Gerard started moving something around my room.
Now can I open them?
All right, now.
The cranes.
So cute.
Gerard,
Do you like it?
I've never seen so many paper cranes in all my life.
Remember that story you told me about your mom and little Hannah? I think it's time that little Hannah stops giving herself a hard time.
You mean...
Uh-huh.
There are 999 cranes here, and it just needs one more. Gerard placed a square cut of decorative origami paper in my hands. Would you do the honors? Slowly, delicately, I folded my 1000th paper crane. And that makes 1,000.
Gerard, this is amazing.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I wanted to surprise you. During lunch and after school, I went to the dorms to learn how to fold paper cranes. It took me a while to even get it right. Once I finally learned how to make them nicely, I got to work. And now,
I'm not so
Well-
sure.
I know I'm nothing special, but I was kind of hoping that we could be together as a couple.
What? Nothing special?
No.
You think you're nothing special? You're the kindest, most caring, coolest person I know. You stand up for yourself and you like unconditionally, and you're so... Don't ever let me hear you say you're nothing special again.
Does that mean...
Yeah.
Of course it does. Yes, let's be together.
Really?
Really? I jumped into Gerard's arms and, to my surprise as well as his, kissed him.
Ooh, Hannah.
That was great. Okay. Whoa, Hannah. I might be the completionist. Oh god, it's so corny. I might be the completionist, but you've completed me.
Gerard.
Now if you don't mind, I'll take seconds. Gerard was really one of the nicest people I'd ever met. Together I knew we could make each other happy and find Princess Pumpernickel. As long as Gerard was by my side, I knew I could handle anything. I knew it. Best end! We got a good ending! Yes, finally. And I know, finally, we don't have to play the Gerard route again. This is exciting. I'm gonna write that down so I don't play it again. But yeah, we got the best end. I'm so happy. And we're gonna have to sit through the credits because there is a thing at the end. I have beaten Gerard's route before, and I know just from playing this game. I just know that how it works. Crepes McPasta. It's my favorite. What was the thing I was going to do? Oh yeah, I may be the completionist, but you complete me. That's the title of this. I just had to write it down. Yay! So, in the description down below is the link to vote on who we're going to try to date next. So you should click on that and, make it a thing. Oh, sorry, I'm really tired. But yeah, you should click on that and vote on who's going to be next. I think the ones who are up for contestation are Shane, Jontron, and Satch. So go pick one of them. And we still have to do the Jacques route and the this sentence makes it look really bad. We still have to do the Jacques and the Hidden Block one, and then the Continue route as well. So we still got some more options, but they're not up for this anyway. Night fell as Gerard and I officially cemented our relationship. The reactions from people around us were, as expected, unsurprising.
Whoa!
You two are dating? Whoa, I'm so shocked. It's about time you gotta move on, Hana. I'm happy for you guys. No, really. Salty PPG is a thing. So much salt. Sorry, he's so salty. We gathered together all the paper cranes and arranged them into families, piling around my room until they looked like my own itty-bitty kitty collection.
Hey, Hana.
Would you ever be interested in starting your own IBK collection, Hana?
Would I? I thought you'd never ask.
But even after all that, we snuggled down to watch a movie, one question niggling itself at my side.
Gerard.
What's going on?
Yes, my dear Hana?
How did you manage to get all these cranes into my room?
Well, about that.
How many of these damn cranes did Gerard fold? And please, can you do me one teensy tiny favor to make Hana really happy, I swear. I swear if Gerard ever asks me to do anything for him again, I'll demonstrate him with a second thought. He's gonna owe me big time. Big time! You hear me? Big time! Mine's a good friend.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
Oh, Shane's gonna bring us out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, comment down below, and we will see who we're gonna date next time. Yay! Bye!